Hello.
Hello?
Hello. What's up, bro?
Hey, this is the What's Up Bro podcast. We talk about movies, TV, geek stuff, news, pop culture, and it's funny, motherfucker! With Nery signs, you know the question is not on here that I could have said yes to would have been a cock ring. I'm like, oh, I've done that. Jeff.
It was called Bibbidi Bobbidi Doorknob.
Stephanie.
The only reason he was invited was because he was dating my friend. It was like a pity invite. And he was like one of the first people to get there. What a loser.
And we have Missy.
Yes, I'm here.
Is also here.
Missy is also here. A girl has no last name.
Not anymore, am I right? Huh? And special correspondence with Steph Mayer Sr.
Yeah, I don't have to look cute for you.
And this is the What's Up Bro podcast.
That's how winning is done.
Hey, I'm Dave Chappelle, and this is What's Up, Bro.
He's not going to have sex for 6 months.
All right, and we're recording.
Yay.
Welcome to the What's Up Bro podcast.
Up, bro?
Welcome to the What's Up Bro podcast.
That was a mean side eye, bro.
Well, because you fucking interrupted during the
All right.
intro.
I'll shut up this third time. Go.
Welcome
And
to the
then
What's Up
my
Bro
mom-
podcast. What's up, guys? I am Nery Signs. With me, as usual, is Missy.
Hello.
And today we have Vanessa.
Hi.
And who don't have on here are fucking traitors. Jeff is his birthday. It's his son's birthday. So
Happy birthday, Nathan.
Happy birthday, Nathan. And Stephanie's not here because life is hard.
She just can't.
She just can't.
She can't even today.
She literally can't even.
But she probably can next Monday. I couldn't even last Monday.
Right.
And now I'm back. All
Maybe
the
it's a Monday
gremlins
thing.
Mondays are tough. They're like
Mondays fucking are the
Did
worst.
you ever hear the argument? Did you ever hear the fan theory of why Garfield hates Mondays?
Because, I mean, he's a cat, but go ahead.
Because Garfield hates Mondays.
Yes.
Garfield is only like my childhood hero, but go ahead.
Okay, well, I don't know because you don't fucking watch anything, so.
I watch that. There's certain things I watch, not all the important things, but some of them I did, and sometimes I watch it now because it's on Prime.
Can I ask you? If somebody were to tell you, "Oh, Missy didn't watch Garfield," would you be surprised?
Like if they thought, "Oh, she
Right.
like assumed that I didn't."
Right.
No, I mean that makes sense.
Exactly. So you know why he hates? But the fan theory is that Garfield hates Mondays because John goes back to work on Mondays.
Because Odie's a dick.
And he misses John because John has to go back to work.
That's so sweet.
Isn't that a sweet? Like, oh, that makes sense.
But I'd rather him like hate Mondays just because then that's
it's Monday.
because Mondays suck.
But Mondays suck. Why? Because you got to go back to work. Because you've been resting for 2 days and you have to go back to work. That's why Mondays suck.
Did you know that there's a thing called the Sunday Scaries?
That's a thing?
I thought my coworker had made this up, and then I heard it somewhere else, and it's
I'm
like
still not convinced that your coworker didn't make it up. So go ahead, continue. I don't know what the fuck this is, but this sounds stupid as shit.
it's called the. It's like the case of the
I just know
Mondays.
your coworker, so I'm just go ahead. So go ahead.
They listen. He didn't mean it.
I literally said I don't know your coworkers, but go ahead.
Oh.
Follow up. Jesus.
It's like the Mondays. It's like the case of the Mondays,
Right.
but it's
Someone's got a case of the
Sunday,
Mondays. Mm-hmm.
and it's just the anxiety of what's going to happen this week.
Because you have to go back to work on Monday.
Because you have
Right,
to go,
it's
and
like-
it hits you like around 6 o'clock or
what
7.
So the
You're
thinking-
coming down on the weekend.
The logic behind it is kind of like the theory of the anticipation of death is worse than death itself.
Right.
So you're in.
Oh, that was deep. Yeah.
Well,
You Google.
I actually learned that as a child. I had a karate teacher tell me that he wasn't my karate teacher, but he was a karate teacher.
And you just picked it up by
swear to God, no,
like he had stopped by.
He told me, he was like, it was Mr. Wonton. It was at my daughter's now current school.
Mr. Wonton?
Mr. Wonton, yeah. And he literally taught me he said the anticipation of death is worse than death itself. Like you waiting for something to happen is worse, no matter. And he taught me that because I was gonna get in trouble because my teacher had called my mom. So I was already freaking out about how bad my punishment was gonna be. And he goes, "You're right now killing yourself over this. It's just whatever's gonna happen is already gonna happen."
That's deep.
Very. And I was
But did your mom beat your ass that day?
Of course she did. I was in fifth grade. But it made me think for the rest of my life. I was thinking, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. I'm gonna get my. Hey, it is what it is. Enjoy the moment. C'est la vie. And enjoy the moment from here to the ass whooping, because I don't have much time, but I'm gonna enjoy what time I have left.
Wow.
All right.
That's kind of a downer.
It's not. It's very much the opposite. That's why I don't have Sunday
scaries.
Oh,
You also have a great job.
Well, no. Again,
if you're sitting on the balcony of your room and you're looking at the ocean and you feel the onset of the
Monday,
and I have to look at paradise all over again. Like, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm
I've only had that job for 4 years, so
I'm looking at an IKEA building all day, 5 days a week.
Vanessa would love to be looking at IKEA building for fucking 5 days
No,
a
from
week.
the outside, not inside.
Not inside, no. It's not the same.
Plus, sometimes we have lunch there and it's very nice.
It is nice.
Their chocolate cake is the bomb.
Look, man, their breakfast is like 28 cents. So their breakfast is in the 1940s pricing.
It's as expensive one of their doorknobs.
Can I have a breakfast that feeds 6 people or one doorknob? Their doorknobs are $25. No, it's yeah, I'm okay. I like their breakfast. It's super cheap. That's the only reason.
I haven't had breakfast there. I have had lunch.
It's uber cheap.
You should go on Wednesday.
Like, it makes their lunch feel like, wow, these you guys really fucking boosted your prices, huh? From breakfast to lunch, you guys they doubled their prices. That's how expensive. That's how
breakfast
cheap,
is like $1.
That's how cheap breakfast is. Like, you have $1.
It's not even exaggerated. It's like $1.
Wow.
And if you're a member, like you have the little IKEA card, you get free coffee.
Oh.
So you don't even have to pay for coffee.
Wow. Living large.
Send money.
Send money, IKEA.
This episode is sponsored by the people who hope to be sponsored by IKEA.
Correct. Help us get to the good place.
Help us, please. Yeah, so that's I just saw the movie The Founder. Have you seen that movie?
No.
So, do you know what the movie's about?
Yes.
It's about the McDonald's. The
movie that made Christy hit McDonald's.
With Michael Keaton?
With Michael Keaton.
Uh-huh.
Now, I've been wanting to watch this movie forever and just haven't gotten to it. When Christy, Jeff's wife, also from Mommas and Merlot,
Where you can find me.
watched The Founder, it literally made her boycott McDonald's for an X amount of time. I don't know what that time was, but it was a couple months.
It was a while.
I was at her house last week. There was McDonald's there.
No, it's a while ago.
But yeah, this movie came out a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So I watched it, and then I was watching the Norm Macdonald has a show on Netflix.
Wait, that's the name of the show?
The name of the show is Norm Macdonald has a show.
Oh.
So when you're saying I was watching the Norm Macdonald has a show,
gotcha.
He interviews Michael Keaton, and it's, first of all, side note, that whole fucking show is fantastic, except for the Letterman episode, because I don't like Letterman, and that episode wasn't funny. But the entire show is fucking fantastic. But the Michael Keaton episode is so fucking good on so many levels. One, it's funny. Two, you learn a lot of shit about Michael Keaton, and he brings up the movie The Founder, and I go, fuck, I haven't seen that movie. I'm gonna go watch it. Let's see who owns it, and it's on Netflix, so FYI. Norm Macdonald said, I loved you in the beginning of the movie, I loved you so much, and at the end of the movie I hated you so much. And he goes, yeah, that's pretty much what it was. That's pretty much what I get from everybody. That's how it is. So this, plus the fact that I know that Chrissy, a personal friend of mine, boycotted McDonald's because of this, I was like, oh, I'm preparing myself to hate this fucking guy, right? To hate the Ray Kroc guy. Even though I technically already know the story of Ray Kroc, but I'm like, I don't know all the full details. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching the movie and I'm like, yeah, I don't hate the guy. Like, I don't. He steals the fucking name McDonald's from two brothers who are actually named McDonald's, and he fucking steals their formula. Like, he steals everything. He first started off as a partner, and then they had a contract that was very.
Isn't the premise of the Social Network?
Pretty much, but this was something that matters. This is with McDonald's.
McDonald's matter. Yeah. It's true. Matters more than. Absolutely.
If somebody goes to you, hey, if they're gonna get rid of tomorrow, today would be the last day of Facebook or McDonald's. You choose. I'm like, bye, Facebook.
R.I.P. Facebook.
Yeah, bye. Like,
let me save my pictures first.
Let me go back in there. And hey, from one day, and it could happen. It could happen because that's how it happened to MySpace. MySpace was everything. MySpace was life. And then from one day to the next, this is Oni Perez says this, says, from one day to the next, it was just like we all, as a society, we just said, you know what? We don't want Facebook. We don't want MySpace anymore. Like, it was just, we made a decision.
I saw this documentary that's also on Netflix. It's called The American Meme.
Oh, write that down. I want to watch that.
It's in like an hour and a half, and it's basically just a documentary. They talk to several social media influencers and just like the whole culture behind that. Mm-hmm. I was not aware that Paris Hilton is considered like the icon of the social media influencer culture.
Makes sense.
I didn't know that.
Dane Cook. I would say Dane Cook. I'll put Dane Cook.
They did give Dane Cook like 5 minutes on the documentary. Okay. But yeah, he started on MySpace and
he blew the fuck up on my people. The reason why they know about him and MySpace is because of each, like, he was on MySpace.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it was really interesting.
He has a great quote on the Mark Maron podcast. They talked to him about the marketing, about that aspect of his career, and how he blew up so bad. And he says, I got that from my dad, who used to say, nothing builds a crowd faster than a crowd. Mm-hmm. And from one crowd, people will be like, what is that guy, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
So it's great.
So it's a pretty great documentary. It was a little depressing because, not depressing in like the actual depression type of way, just it was a little sad because a lot of these social media influencers, or at least the ones that they interviewed, like, they know they're selling you bullshit, but they know you're gonna buy it. So like this dude, the fat Jewish,
the fat Jew,
the fat Jew,
it's the fat Jewish Jews, right?
No, I think it's a fat Jew.
Well, you do that and I'll do this.
I don't know, you gotta disprove me, or
because I like to.
Okay.
Grilled cheese later.
It's the fat Jewish.
It's a fat Jewish.
Right.
So he apparently, like, just to troll his followers, he said that he's done several things where the product doesn't exist, but he just says that it exists, and then there's such a demand for it that companies approach him to finance these things. So now he has like a fucking rosé line, and he has like a sneaker line, and he collaborated with Paris Hilton. There's this other dude called, I don't know about him, he was called the Slut Whisperer. That's his handle on Instagram. And this guy is hired, like you would hire a DJ to come play music at your party. He's hired to be like the hype man for the party. I don't know if there's a word for it. I don't know that it's entertainment, because what he does is he pops bottle of champagnes on people's boobs. Mm-hmm. And it's just a very interesting perspective on that whole social media influencer. They talk about a couple of ex-minors and...
Oh, Vine. Remember that day? That was a good week.
You know, the CEO died this weekend.
Yeah. Well, the former, he was also
the HQ dude.
The co-founder of HQ.
Drug overdose.
35.
35. That's fucking crazy.
How much drugs were you doing, dude? At 35.
Face down. That's how they found them.
Ass up.
I knew it. Was that a joke? Fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, dead man.
We lost some more points.
Damn. Did you hear about the Nicki Minaj Offset drama this weekend?
I'm not done with the founder.
Cardi B. Sorry. Go ahead.
So.
Wait, Cardi B?
Cardi B and Offset. Sorry, go ahead.
Watching the founder.
That was a little cold.
The story is he has a contract with these brothers, right? He meets them. Their system is revolutionary because back then everything was drive-ins.
So he stole it.
No, he became partners with them, legal partners with them, like into franchise. But he was only getting 1.9% off of each franchise. Mm-hmm. And so he did everything that you know about McDonald's now is because of him, because they would have been a single hamburger shop that would have done amazing. One hamburger shop in San Bernardino, California. And I
would have never been able to enjoy McDonald's French fries?
Not the way you know.
Okay, he's the hero then.
So I'm telling you, like, I watched the movie. So he signs a contract with them, blah, blah. And then they are very restrictive. So whenever it comes to, like, anything that's innovative, anything like, hey, maybe we could do, no. This is the way we do it in San Bernardino. And he goes, yeah, but it doesn't really fly that way in the Midwest.
Right.
And then he's like, well, that's the way. Like, they would have veto power, and they would always tell him no. They would never approve anything. From anything minuscule, from like, hey, what about this? What about, they couldn't charge a penny over the prices that they set in San Bernardino and anywhere else. So he finally at one point goes, fuck it, I don't give a shit, and he just started doing whatever he want. He started buying up the land of where the McDonald's are, right? So that he had total power. He bought the name McDonald because they didn't register their own name.
Oh no!
So he bought the name McDonald or whatever and all that shit there. And so, but all of this is what gives us the McDonald's that we have now. Like everything that you're watching in the movie, you go, "Oh, thank God you did that, bro." oh my God, thank God you did that. Oh my God, this is amazing. And he did all of this shit, and it was because he was a fucking hustler. He was like, he had a fucking dream. Sure, his dream was, came from watching what these guys did in one place, but it was his dream to franchise. It was his dream. He wanted a McDonald's in every corner of the country, and now they're in fucking they're in 20,000 different countries, and so it's bananas what he's done. Granted, and so
is he dead?
So when he died.
Heart attack.
So he was super old. So when he started doing this, he said, "Fuck it, I don't care." They called him the McDonald's brothers, and they were like, "You have a contract. We're gonna sue you." And he goes, "And you'll win. But the thing is, I'm just gonna keep you tied up in litigation for so many years that you're either gonna run out of money or you're gonna die." And that was just bottom line. And then one of the quotes that Michael Keaton, I don't know if Ray Kroc actually said this, and nobody knows, but one of the quotes that he said was, he goes, "The difference between you and me is that you don't have that mentality of a winner." He's like, "You're happy with that one store in San Bernardino. That's it. You're happy." He's like, "If I see my competitor drowning, I'm getting a fucking water hose and sticking it in his mouth." And he goes, Do you have that? Do you have what it takes?" And they were like, "No." They were like, "I wouldn't want to." And he was like, "Yeah, that's why you like that." But that's why.
But he's a hero because we did that, and now we have Happy Meals.
That's all I'm fucking telling you. My kids had Happy Meals today. Like, I'm telling you, I was watching the movie. I was prepared to be like, you don't understand. First of all, I'm a huge fan of Michael Keaton for multiple reasons. One, he was a comedian. He started as a stand-up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, started as a stand-up. Another thing you could learn from the Michael.
The Norm Macdonald show.
Norm Macdonald has a show. Even though I already knew that. So Michael Keaton, he was a stand-up. He started as a stand-up. On top of that, he's really great. He's really personable in interviews, and so it seems like he's a likable guy.
He's very charming.
We should email him.
He's Batman 1989.
Correct.
Email him.
So we should email.
We should email him.
Michael Keaton, remember,
Yeah.
Like a new girl.
Nick, remember before he met that chick?
Schmidt.
The stupid one.
Yeah. What's her name?
They were already not her. You meant Reagan.
No.
That was the stupid one you're talking about.
The super hot chick?
She's not pretty.
Okay.
I can't even say that shit. Fuck, I wanted to commit.
Anyways, so
you tried BFF.
So I am watching this, preparing. I'm like, so maybe there's a part of me that kind of held off on watching The Founder because I didn't want to hate Michael Keaton. Right? And I was like,
But you can't hate Michael Keaton.
But then I watched it and I was like,
have you ever watched him in something that you hated him?
I'm not a fan of Birdman. I didn't hate him or his portrayal. I just don't like that movie. I think that movie is extremely overrated.
But did the soundtrack get nominated for an Oscar?
Sound editing.
The sound editing.
Which is more important.
Correct. So important.
I don't like that movie. I don't hate the movie, but I don't like it, and I definitely don't see it as all the Oscar buzz that it got and it won the Oscar. I'm like, ugh, this fucking.
It would have been a good year. It would have been a good year for the thing that happened to La La Land and Moonlight.
That would have been great.
Wait, Moonlight?
Yeah,
Moonlight. It would have been a good year for it to happen for Birdman. Like, sit down, Mike Batman.
So, but that's the only reason I wanted that movie to win is because of him.
Well, now I want to watch it, and I want to buy a Happy Meal on the way home.
The entire time, and plus I'm on a diet, but the entire time I'm like, fuck, I really want McDonald's right now. Like, I miss junk food. I'm like, it's only been 2.5 weeks, so it's not like fucking, but I'm just like, oh man, I miss junk food.
But don't you have a cheat day?
I have a cheap meal, then I went to an actual steakhouse for.
That's
better. You already had your cheat meal.
Yeah, my cheat meal was last Friday.
Oh,
we're recording on a Monday for those of you keeping tabs.
Yes.
So, but anyways, I don't hate this guy. Yes, I'm not saying he's a great guy. I'm not saying he was a great guy, but businessman, that's the guy you want in your fucking corner. I mean, that's the guy you want on your team.
Right. You want him running your business.
You want him running your business. You want if you have an idea, shit. I mean, there's a McDonald's in like thousands of in so many hundreds of countries, and there's
McDonald's in Disney World.
What came first, McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's. in McDonald's. And that there's an interview with Ray Kroc talking about, he's like, oh, and there's a scene in the movie, not to spoil it, but I'm going to spoil it. But there's a scene in the movie where
Spoiler alert.
Where he finally ends up paying off the McDonald's brothers, and then they're in the bathroom where during that same day, right after they got their check, and then he goes, he said, you know what you did, whatever, and he goes, look, you have a check in your pocket for $1 million. I was like, really? Did you really end up losing? You end up, whatever. And he said that the reason it basically boiled down to, he was like, look, he goes, why did you give me a tour that day? He went to his restaurant and they gave him a tour of the restaurant. He goes, I'm sure I'm not the first guy you gave a tour to, and I'm sure other guys, I'm sure they open up restaurants, and I'm sure they open up their own places, basically trying to take your model, your idea for the speedy kitchen and all that bullshit. And it's like, none of them succeeded. And he's like, well, there were restaurants open. He goes, yeah, but none of them succeeded. And he goes, and do you know why? And he goes, maybe they messed up the system. And he goes, no, it's not that. He goes, this is Ray Kroc talking to the guy named fucking McDonald, going, you don't even know. He goes, what? And he goes, it's the name, McDonald. It sounds like that's some place where families want to go. McDonald's sounds like a welcoming place. It sounds like, and this is back in the 50s or 60s. Yeah, 50s. Yeah, 56, 58. He's like, this is a family joint. This is a family place. He's like, nobody wants to go to Croc's Burger. He's like, what a Croc? He's like that Slavic sound. It's not. It doesn't sound well.
Did he invent the Crocs?
Wouldn't it be great? Ray Kroc invented the Croc. Wouldn't that be amazing?
I mean,
no, he didn't. But
it would work.
It's like the Newton cookie.
My God, mind blown.
That's not real.
So I think I didn't hate him, and I told Jeff that, and he goes, "Oh, did you root for
Oh, Jeff's gonna get mad. He rooted. He's on Thor's. I mean, he's on Thanos' side.
I'm kind of on him too.
Yeah, well, that explains a lot. Wrong room.
I'm not really on Thanos' side. I do say I could see his point of view. I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm saying that the reasons why he did it, I could understand some.
You understand the genocide? Did you guys talk about the trailer last week?
No.
I don't know. I wasn't here last week.
No, we didn't.
Well, it's your podcast.
The new trailer?
Yeah.
I think we watched it after the podcast ended.
Oh. Well, Infinity War. No, Infinity Endgame. No, Endgame.
Avengers
Shit.
Endgame.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
Which, by the way, is a line that they say in Infinity War.
Doctor Strange says we're in the Endgame now.
Yeah. Like,
dun dun dun.
How did we not see it? Like, how did nobody guess that?
Because we were too busy being emotionally traumatized.
That movie didn't traumatize me at all.
I know. I don't understand
so
that. But you cried when Pete's dragon and hugged
Bro,
him.
he hugged him like a human, bro. He fucking hugged him like a human. Missy, did you see the way he hugged him? Like a fucking human, bro.
He hugged him like a human. And I turn around, he's wiping his fucking face.
That's super. That movie. Oh God, I love that movie. That movie's amazing.
The CGI dragon hugging
Thanos
a child.
There, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's hanging with Santa.
Oh, you think Santa made the snap?
Of course he did. He's not that crazy. He draws a line at Santa's workshop.
But the whole thing it's supposed to be what's the word I'm looking for? Random. Thanos himself did not pick who lives and dies.
Well, he made an exception for Santa.
Okay.
It's Santa.
It's Santa. I know him.
I would just say, maybe he has another Infinity Stone that we don't know about. Santa.
That Santa has an Infinity Stone?
Wouldn't that be an amazing Santa with an Infinity Gauntlet? That's why he could do all of those deliveries in one night. He has a time stone. Motherfucker.
Also, Rudolph.
Rudolph, we all know, is not real.
Oh, Rudolph is not real.
That's the problem with the story.
So,
oh, man.
There's that. Yeah, I didn't hate the founder. I
kind of want to watch it now while I eat a Happy Meal.
It's really funny because when he first takes the first bite of the burger, he goes, "This is the best hamburger I've ever had in my life." I go, "It's not the same McDonald's I know, but okay." I'm like, all right. I mean, if you say so, buddy, whatever. I'm like, maybe it's unchanged. I'm like, what if the hamburgers that we're eating at McDonald's now are unchanged from like back in the days? That was like the best burgers, like back in the 1950s or 60s.
That's sad,
right? Because that was their whole thing. Like, we don't change
before Fuddruckers.
Yeah, before like, hey, you could add more meat, right? It doesn't have to be fucking paper thin. You are aware of that, right? Okay.
Oh boy. Business.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cardi B and Offset.
Oh man, that's so good. Okay, so
Okay.
I love her.
are you guys done?
Yeah.
Cool. So
Did
then,
one, right?
no, but you guys did like a great, like from this angle where I'm sitting, it was like the Spartan cheerleaders. So we're egging each other on. So Cardi B, I don't remember the exact date that she did this, but she jumps on IG one night, it was the middle of the night, and announces that she and Offset are no longer together. And
I
of
didn't even
course,
know who Offset was up until
He's amigos.
he's one of the dudes that invented the dab.
Right.
And then
I like that she actually did a dab for the people that are watching.
yeah, for the Holy Spirit, for Superman.
He's not even looking in this direction.
Well, now he is. I think a little bit. Anyway, so she jumps on IG, announces that she split with Offset. She doesn't say why. She was very chill, actually, very uncharacteristically chill about the announcement, and just said that they're good partners, that they're trying to figure out the co-parenting thing, but they're not together anime, and she doesn't have any plans for divorce. I'm obviously paraphrasing, but that was the gist of the message. Because the internet is the internet, we quickly found out that it's because he has been cheating a lot, and I think the two instances that were kind of like the deal breakers for her was that he tried to have a threesome with some girl, and then he tried to bang some girl that's like a Cardi B wannabe. And then she was like, I'm fucking done. So she says this, and then okay, so flash, I think this was like sometime early
I'm sorry, I'm showing. We've been looking for an old episode of WuBro with Mike Mercadal, and I think I just found it.
I think you did.
I think I did.
Oh man. Gotta screenshot that before we forget. No, I got it.
I'll screenshot it. Go ahead.
So then that, right? I think that was like a week ago. I'm not sure.
I think it was a little bit more.
Maybe more. So Offset has been very vocal about being apologetic and wanting to get back together, but she's not having it. She's, getting ready to start touring again. And Saturday night, she's headlining. I don't know the exact name of the festival off the top of my head. I have it here I have the TMZ page pulled up.
Is it the festival where they have a cheese sandwich available for you?
No. So she's about to start no, it doesn't say here. She's about to start her set. I think it's called Rolling Loud or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And she's the first female headliner of this festival.
So it was
ever.
a big deal.
A big deal.
And she's dressed in, like, I'm looking at the picture now of when this guy, he pulls it. So she's about to start, and then these 3 cards of flowers roll on stage that spelled out, "Take Me Back, Cardi." And then Offset jumps on, or he doesn't jump on stage, but he comes on stage because it's supposed to be this big proclamation of "Forgive me, take me back" in front of
everyone,
this crowd,
in front of the entire world,
interrupting her set. It's just, and then the crowd wasn't happy about it, and she didn't do this on like into the mic, but you could tell that she basically told him to leave and get the fuck off her stage. So the reaction that he wanted was, like it was a publicity stunt to win her back. Yeah. But I want to know what the fuck he was thinking, because Cardi B doesn't strike me as the type of lady who's gonna fall for something like that. Like, she's been the same.
Fall for something like that. He was trying to make a grandiose.
But let me tell you why it was fucked up. Because
I saw it. Vanessa showed it to me.
Right. And now TMZ is reporting that the flowers that he rolled out, it cost him $15,000, and they were on stage for I think all of a minute before they were fucking wheeled the fuck off.
Flowers for $15,000?
Yeah.
Hot damn.
Oh
hey,
no.
Puppy. See, the one thing I wanted to talk about. And I get interrupted. Hey, puppy.
Our son just rolled in.
So,
$15,000.
$15,000 in roses. Now, the internet has been on Cardi B's side because it's wrong what he did. And I agree, and I know you're going to disagree, but let me just tell you why I agree. He messes up royally, because it's not even like they were dating, they got pregnant, they're just trying to figure out. They got married, and was a habitual cheater. Habitual cheater. What, you don't like the word?
Habitual line stepper. He's an habitual line stepper. Chappelle Show.
Same place.
Oh yeah.
Chappelle Show.
And so she was very vocal about not wanting to get back together and just doing her own thing. Why would you take this moment away from her?
From her? You're not taking it, but that's you're looking at it, and I'm not saying that that's not.
I need to step away.
What ended
before
up?
I scream into my son's ear.
I'm not saying that that's not what happened from her point of view, or from your point of view for her. That's not how there's two sides. And again, I don't know this dude. I don't give a fuck about this dude. My son's out of the room, for those of you who are worried and about to call Child Protective Services. I don't give a fuck about this dude. And however, I will say there is something for men trying to take the grand, like
a grand gesture.
A grand gesture. He's trying to take the grand gesture. He's trying to, whatever his sins are, whatever his mistakes were. I'm not defending them at all. So clarify that. Make sure you are aware. Make sure you and the gremlins in your fucking mind are totally aware.
Hey, don't use the gremlins against me, okay? I can bring them up. You can't bring them up.
I'm just making sure you're aware that I'm not defending his behavior at all whatsoever. For his past sins. I'm not defending that. What I'm defending is the fact that maybe a guy wants to say I'm sorry in a grandiose way and wants to say, hey,
this is coming from the guy who drove 4 hours to put rose petals on some girl's bed, to drive 4 hours back to pick her up, to drive her 4 hours to where the rose petals were.
First of all, it wasn't her bed.
But he wasn't
it wasn't her bed. It was a hotel bed. So,
but also he wasn't trying to apologize for cheating on her in front of 15,000 people.
Yeah, but that's
I don't know that it was that much,
but that's their lifestyle. Their lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like that's why, like when he spent 100. How much did he spend on the flowers?
He spent 15 grand on the flowers.
Well, we don't know if he spent that. The flowers are worth that much, or that's how much the flowers cost.
Right.
We don't know if he actually paid for that. But my point is, just like that to us seems ludicrous. $15,000 for flowers. Seems ludicrous.
That part doesn't seem ludicrous.
That part seems ludicrous to me. For a bouquet of flowers, it
wasn't a bouquet. It was like 3 fucking carts of flowers that spelled out.
Oh,
Take Me Back, Cardi.
I saw the Take Me Back, Cardi, and I didn't know those were actual flowers.
Yeah, like that. All of that is flowers.
To me, that still seems ludicrous. However, that's their lifestyle. Their lifestyle is that of of super excess or whatever. Again, I'm just I don't see it as he's taking away her shine. I see it as he's trying to do a grand gesture, and he's trying to win her back in a huge way. Like I don't. Again, I'm not saying that you're wrong, and I'm just saying
I haven't even told you what I think yet.
No, you said that he's taking away from her.
Well, it's a power move.
From her moment.
It's a power move.
But isn't every
power move?
You're putting
but isn't every grandiose
It's not a power move if it's genuine. Let me explain something.
Move.
It is a power move because you're putting her. You're doing this in front of a crowd.
It's like proposing to somebody in front of a crowd. If you're not 100% sure that they're gonna say yes, you propose in front of a shit ton of people, so they're kind of like forced into saying yes to not have like that embarrassing moment.
And so then it's like, also it's. If she's asking you, if it's something having to do with cheating and they're asking you for some space, if she's been very vocal about not wanting anything to do with you right now. She didn't say they were getting divorced. She just said they're not together right now and they're trying to figure it out. She even went on her IG later afterwards.
We'll talk about that afterwards.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that now you decided, this is my perspective, you, the man, decided to cheat, right? Multiple times. You get caught, she gets sick of your shit. And then she calls you out and kills your relationship on social media. Mm-hmm. And then I'm sure in private, she's been very vocal about leave me alone, let me just figure this out, or we can figure this out, whatever.
But I don't like that. Like that, you see, this whole situation is so unlike anything that you and I have ever experienced, because like, why would you put that on blast on social media? Her saying we're done, we're through, like, you don't need to, like, that's if you know what I mean, you know those celebrities that you don't know what's happening in their relationship. Those are the celebrities that you go, oh, we don't know what's happening because they don't talk about it. So for you to say, oh, respect her privacy, yeah,
I'm not saying respect her. I'm not going to say that.
The logic of like,
but I'm not going with her privacy. I'm saying that respect her wishes, even if she called your ass out on IG, because it had to be done. Because if you're going to be a piece of shit and you take somebody to that point, that's what I wish people.
But no, when she went on IG to say like we're not together, that's all she said. She didn't give any details as to why. It was just right now we're not together. We're still business partners. We're still gonna co-parent. We're gonna do all this stuff together. But right now we are not together. Then one of the girls that he fucked came out and was like, "Oh, I had no idea he was married. I had, I didn't want their marriage to fall apart." Like she posted like this whole long thing crying about how she felt so guilty that she ruined their marriage. And I'm like, and that's when her drama became public, because now we know what's happening because the third party stepped forward and spilled all the
apologized.
The other woman apologized.
That wasn't really an apology. That was attention seeking.
People can cry on command, and that's also,
yeah, it's called women. We know.
No, I can't cry on command. I cannot. And furthermore, she could have been genuine.
Just watch Drive Baby, and then
Baby Driver,
whatever the fuck.
Movie made you cry?
No, it didn't. I don't know why you brought that up.
Because it sucks, and I thought it was horrible, and I didn't think it was horrible. Go ahead.
2 years later,
it's been not even a year, whatever.
That was a great episode. Good times. So. Okay, but I wasn't even gonna go there. But yeah, that lady jumps on, and I don't even think that she was like, if you want to apologize, you call the fucking woman and own your shit. Don't go to TMZ and give an interview and cry to them. You didn't fuck their husbands or their wives. You fucked hers. She stepped to Cardi B. Can I watch? But step to Cardi B and apologize to her. Now, but that's another side of the coin.
No,
in
but
my
that's
opinion.
what I'm saying. Like that's why I feel like it's become even more public. Is that Cardi didn't give out any details. Offset hadn't given out any details. The third party came out and was like, I did.
Right.
And that's why, like,
we know
we know all these details because somebody else spilled their shit and somebody else put their shit out in public. So that's why it's I think it is what it is now.
And I think that the issue of why we know what we know is besides the point, because if she's been vocal, like in my opinion, it felt very wrong and it felt like a power move. And if you really respected her and you really wanted to earn her trust back, then you would give her fucking space and not interrupt a super huge moment in her career with your fucking bullshit. Like, why don't you
why is that a super huge moment in her career?
Because she's the first female headliner of this huge festival.
Oh, I don't, like, again, I don't know any of this information. I asked a question. I don't know what that means.
If what you want to do is really apologize, take those $15,000 roses and put it in her tour bus.
And shove it straight up your candy ass.
Or that. But put it on her
house.
Turn that something
sideways. Send it to her house. Do something nice. There's a million ways you can make up for things when you fuck up. When you royally fuck up. But you chose to do it on public stage. And Twitter wasn't having it. And then they gave him...
They really weren't.
They gave him mad shit for it. And I feel like... Then the cool thing I think Cardi B did was she stepped in and was like, don't talk shit about him. Like, almost stepping in front of the whole thing, because the internet came down on him and came down on him hard. And in today's environment, like, the whole thing with Pete Davidson had just happened that same afternoon/evening. Do you know about that? Mm-hmm. Right. So then, there's just a concern about the weight of the entire fucking Twitterverse coming after you because you tried to do this gesture. I can see from his perspective where he was just trying to do something nice, but like, in my opinion, you could have pushed yourself to, like, if you really meant it, if it was genuine, if you're trying to get back with Cardi B, like your wife, and not Cardi B the rapper.
Called her bro.
But
he called her bro.
That's their relationship. Now we're getting into specifics about their relationship.
That like made me giggle. He was like, "I'm sorry, bro." I'm like, dude, at least.
But he's not gonna be my madam.
I'm not saying madam, but don't call your wife bro.
My lady.
Milady.
My heart doth pound with sorrow. For great. Yeah, he's not gonna be that dude.
Okay,
It's not the
but
relationship.
my thing is, if you wanted to do that and do a grant, you could have done that shit and put it in her tour bus, in her hotel, in her house. Like, you could have done it 50 different ways.
I'm not saying-
not
again-
interrupting her on her job. That's the equivalent of a regular person.
These are 72 long stem red roses.
One for each day I've known and loved her, cut up to mush. But that's okay. Monica's gonna make potpourri. I digress into a Friends reference. I'm back now. Fuck, I lost it. I've lost my rant.
The equivalent of interrupting somebody at their job.
Okay, a regular person.
And that's happened, and that's romantic.
It's not romantic.
No, it's not.
It's happened.
Don't bring your bullshit to my job.
It's not romantic.
That's happened.
You get in
You
trouble.
fucked up, and now you're coming into my job. Where what if I don't want everybody to know that we're fighting or there's shit going on.
But I'm just talking about, like, you know, sending flowers to somebody's job or whatever. That's what I'm talking about.
If you're doing it because it's Valentine's Day, it's a completely different situation than if it's a
more
Tuesday.
romantic when it's for no reason.
Okay, so the 15th or the 13th, but not the 14th of February.
Correct.
Right.
That's
But
hack.
but what I'm saying
That's like
is,
those people that fucking propose to or get married to on Valentine's Day or fucking New Year's Eve or Christmas. Ugh, really? Couldn't come up with a fucking better Christmas gift? Just fucking hack.
then asking somebody to be your person for the rest of their lives
Exactly. On Christmas, come on.
on Jesus' birthday.
Exactly. It's Jesus' birthday.
Jesus'
Let him have his own fucking day.
Oh, now you know how Cardi B felt when she was trying to perform, and this fucking guy showed up.
But her trying to perform is like, dude, she does a million performances a fucking year.
But
Who
this
cares?
one was a big deal.
Okay.
Okay, but you as a performer, if somebody...
What if Vanessa showed up was like, oh, let me give you a blowjob in front of all of these people?
Wrong
God,
example.
jeez.
I know. I went for it.
Can I just tell you something very personal? Recently, I have my mindset on my, you know, Vanessa and I are talking. Anyways, I have my mindset on higher goals for my career, right? I love where I am now. So, you know, but I want to set my goals higher.
I mean, if you're gonna leave, let me go on a cruise first.
So I want to set my goals higher. And one of the, like, I allow myself every once in a while to have like these, I don't want to say daydreams, but they have these, okay, these are where my goals are. What's it going to take to get to these goals? What are we going to do? And so we start, you know, putting things into practice and start doing things. I allowed myself to, for a moment recently, maybe 3 or 4 days ago, to have a moment of I want to say maybe a daydream, I guess, of having that, what it would be like to have this moment. And one of those moments was, one of those fantasies or daydreams, whatever, was being able to record on a Tonight Show or being able to record on Conan or whatever. And having a friend of mine that has done it, and he told me that that when he did it like 15 years ago, he had his wife, that they sat his wife in the crowd right next to the camera, and that he was able to basically perform for his wife. I thought that was fucking great. And I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if I got to do that? And then when my set was done, my wife run up to me and like kiss me, and that would be like us sharing, because it's not just my journey, it's her journey as well.
Right.
So that is why. So when you're talking about like, what if
we're
somebody
on good terms.
now,
Jesus. I mean, we can
just
talk.
wait.
We can talk about the toaster in a minute.
Yeah.
What I'm trying.
It's a machine.
What I'm trying to say is that.
I get what you're saying. I didn't know. First of all, I don't know about this performance. I don't know about this festival. I don't know about Cardi. I don't follow Cardi B like that. I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
I don't know.
maybe
so
let me get a little bit more real or personal about it, because you know how sometimes you will see situations and you're like, I've sort of been there, and you just
Right.
project like what you would like, what
Right.
you went through in that moment, right? So I'm gonna get real, and so I've been in that situation where I've been cheated on, and then I find out, and then in my specific case, there was zero remorse,
Right.
and zero
or
acknowledgement that, right, like complete denial and acknowledgement, like all the like
wasn't
the
me.
worst thing that you could do, and then just keep doing bad things on top of that.
Hey, Shaggy. It wasn't me.
Right, like where's the proof, right?
It wasn't me.
So I'm just sidestepping so many good comments right now in my head. And I just think that in that scenario, now for me personally, like that last big revelation of that was like the last thing.
The straw that broke the camel's back.
But before that, there was so many instances where he would fuck up. He was like, and it wasn't like this thing where I didn't have proof. Like I had proof. I have receipts.
Right.
And there was like no remorse. And then when you did, and then it was like a demand for an apology. Like, you should have forgiven me by now. But it's like, I'm not the one who fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I see in this scenario, is where he's like, forgive me now, it's my birthday. She's not the one that fucked up. She gets to take her time. She gets to set the boundaries for herself. She gets to decide, figure out for herself what is it that he can do to restore that trust, restore that bond. And then I feel like him showing up and trying to be grandiose, it was more in his own head, like, this is going to be great, but not really taking her into consideration, I think is a problem with what I saw with that gesture.
That statement, I can agree with. I could agree with sometimes people, I don't want to say guys, because it happens the other way around too.
Yeah.
But sometimes people get caught up in the, okay, this is going to fix whatever's happening, that they forget that there is a, other side of the story, and there's, you're absolutely right. It's her. She's not the one that fucked up. She has the right to. With that said, I don't think that it's wrong for him to try to go big with the apology in that sense. Yes, you're right. I don't think he was thinking about her specifically.
He wasn't.
I don't, again.
No, but he wasn't. Like,
I'm saying I don't think, because I don't know them personally, so I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think.
I think maybe
I'm not going to speak like as if I know them.
I think he thought, like, I think in his head, he was like, oh, she's going to love this.
No, that's what I believe. I'm putting myself in the guy's shoe of that, and of this guy's specific shoe, to say, this is what he's hoping for. I don't think it came out of a place of malice. I don't think it came out of a place of conscious selfishness. Do I think it was selfish ultimately? Sure, but I don't think he went out to do it.
He meant it that way,
I don't think he meant it that way. I think he just meant it as in, this is going to show her how much I'm sorry.
Right. And in my perspective, like, again, projecting a little bit onto the situation, just my personal experience, I know that when these situations would come up, I mean, it wasn't as serious as the last hit, like the last, I guess it was a hit. But, it was a serious, it was like, I'll know you've forgiven me when this happened. And it's like, why the fuck am I earning, like, why am I proving to you that I've forgiven? Like, it's the other fucking way around. I'm not the one doing that shit.
That's different. That's not the same thing that's happening in this situation.
We don't know that it is, but what I'm saying, it's not like per se like a like the day to day, but what I'm saying is that that should have, like, okay, it's been 3 months, you should be over it by now. What's wrong with you? It's like, no, motherfucker, that's not how it happened. This, I felt like, again, maybe I'm like impartial to the scenario, because I feel like
you're projecting as much as you think you are.
Because he's like, okay, it's my birthday, forgive me, and it's like, well, no, again, it's fucking Saturday night. Like, I don't know. I felt that it was wrong.
For you, it's your birthday. For me, it's Saturday.
Yeah, and I'm fucking headlining. Yeah, like I'm working.
Yeah.
Like I'm fucking working.
And there's more than 39 people here.
Correct.
Shout out
to Ashanti.
Shantae.
Oh man. So anyways, there's that. And then the fucking complicated, I mean, I don't know if we have time to go into it, but the fucking fight between Drake and Kanye.
I don't understand what's happening.
Oh my God.
I've never even heard of this.
It's so good. Okay, wait. I have it pulled up. So this is what happened.
What happened with Drake?
Oh, Drake. Oh my God, Drake. Okay. So Drake, Kanye West got mad at Drake on Friday.
He's making good music, and he's not making clothes for that looks awful.
For homeless people.
Right.
Homeless chic.
Correct. And so
that's a good name for the episode, Homeless Chic.
So what happens is that Kanye felt that Drake dissed him on a track. I don't remember. I don't know if it's like just a track that he released recently, or I don't have the details on that.
Just a verse.
Or a verse, something like that. Right. Kanye felt that he was dissed. This guy somebody counted. He tweeted over 100 times in a matter of 8 hours.
Who, Kanye?
Kanye.
Right.
Now.
Well, it's just like his BFF.
Huh?
They love Twitter.
Who?
Him and his BFF.
45.
45.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
going on Twitter bitching.
Correct. But
Woe is me.
right. So he tweeted a bunch of nonsense to the point where today, this happened on, I think, Friday going into Saturday. And today,
Monday.
Monday, there's reports that Kim Kardashian is like telling him just to fucking stay off Twitter because it's more of a headache than it is anything else at this point. Like, these aren't publicity
that's how long it
stunts.
took? That's how long it took?
Because you want to know why? Because now that he was diagnosed with bipolar disease, it's like disorder. Sorry. It's I guess it's like somebody who has PTSD, like they get triggered and they just fucking dive in. So he has that thing and that he wants to reply, and he didn't reply once or twice or 5 times. He went on 100 and something tweets. Drake didn't respond once.
That's how you do
One reply, not one reply.
That makes it worse for like the person that's
Yeah.
And right, so I guess that's what fueled, like, he's like, oh, you're not gonna answer me at 56? Wait till I get to 96. Like, just fucking kept going. While this is happening Friday during the day. While this is happening, it just so happens that Ariana Grande and Miley Cyrus each individually dropped new songs on Friday. Ariana Grande jumps on Twitter and jokingly says, I'm paraphrasing again, but she says basically like, hey guys, I know there's 2 grown men fighting on the internet today. Just wanted to let you know that there are 2 great artists that dropped new songs, so maybe put that on hold for a second and then let us shine. Something to that extent. Kanye West jumped on Ariana's fucking ponytail and was like, I have love for you. I have love for you, but you shouldn't make fun of somebody that has mental illness. Which I did not gather that whatsoever from her Twitter. That's
because you don't have mental illness. You're not looking at it. You're not looking at it from the prism of somebody who has mental illness. Somebody who's that insecure would read a tweet and go, "That's making fun of me."
Yeah, they have different gremlins. Because
just like
this is what
our
I think about.
glorious leader.
Because this is what I'm
For the
thinking
moment.
about. Like depression and anxiety, it's like the gremlins just take your mind and they just go for a joyride. I would imagine like bipolar disorder is like the gremlins take
like a
your
roller
brain
coaster.
and they go on a joyride, but they're drinking Red Bull and snorting Coke and like you know what I mean, like it's just on a whole other
They can
fucking
hear
level.
colors.
Yeah, they can hear colors and like fucking taste the air, like that kind of shit. So
Have you ever had seen My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend? That's kind of.
I told you, the more you tell me to do something, I'm not gonna want to do it.
Don't watch it. Don't.
Anyway,
I won't watch it with you.
I will not watch it with you as well. I will not go back and watch.
you owe me a rerun of Dawson's Creek,
I do.
son.
I do. I just have I gotta finish with the Arrowverse, which I'm only like 4 episodes left, so I'm
I'll
almost
watch
there.
Dawson's Creek.
And then I want to kind of finish the Daredevil because they canceled it on
They
Netflix.
killed it. So anyway, Ariana tweets that Kanye jumps on her ponytail and basically was like, I have love for you. He did use those. He said, I got love for you, but I feel bad about grammar. He's like, I have love for you, but please don't use this moment to promote your music. She replies to him, this is all by fucking 11:30 on Friday. Like, it was
11:30 for us. They could be in LA, which would be 9:30.
Ariana Grande lives in New York, so she's on East Coast.
There you go.
I know that because I follow her.
She's a stalker.
But her fucking songs are so good.
Her songs are catchy, yeah, but I don't like her.
Well, okay, we can get into that later. You're wrong.
She licks donuts.
Yeah, she's a bitch, man. She licks donuts. I don't like her.
Well, some people don't like donuts. That doesn't mean that's the B word.
No, she licks donuts that aren't hers and puts it back for other people to fucking buy.
I
That's
wonder where
fucking
she learned that
gross.
from, Nathan.
That's disgusting.
Nathan is a child. Anyway,
So is Ariana Grande.
let me finish the story. So Ariana Grande replies to Kanye and said, no disrespect, I really don't need anyone to help me promote my music. She doesn't, because I checked today and she has more followers than some of the Kardashian people. And was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but did you check on Thursday? Because that's when it mattered. Because she got that Friday bump from talking shit.
Probably. So then she basically said, no disrespect, I don't need to use anybody to promote my music. Hope you're feeling better today. That's the gist. Pete Davidson comes into the picture Saturday morning, I think, around that time, and he takes Kanye's side, mind you, like a month ago or so. Like I think it was a season premiere where he was kind of writing Kanye for being a little loco during the SNL thing. And so he had a great line where he's like, what's the dude from the Weekend Update? Michael Che. He's like, I know Michael Che and I discussed today who should, address the Kanye issue, because he's black and I'm crazy, but we both know who's at the wheel right now. So like he was gonna be the one to talk to about it, the experience. So anyway, Pete Davidson jumps on. And mind you, he has been very vocal about struggling with his mental illness. He has Crohn's disease. He's an addict. He's a recovering addict, and he has I think it's borderline, and he's going through a breakup because I think that he really thought he was going to get married to Ariana Grande. He jumps on and he defends.
I think he's the only one that thought that.
Oh.
It's possible.
I'm serious.
Makes me kind of sad now.
But I'm pretty, like, when we all heard that they were dating, we're like, or that they were dating, and then the next day they were engaged, we were like, that's not gonna last.
Right.
Like, we all had that thought, right? And then he was like, no, guys, it's gonna happen for real. And I'm like, I don't think it's gonna happen, Pete. And they're like, no, for real, bro. Look, I got tattoos of her. That clearly means something. And like, okay.
She got tattoos too.
It means something, but it doesn't mean what you think it means.
So then
you keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
He jumps on and he basically says nobody should make fun of somebody or take advantage of somebody's mental illness to make a joke, blah blah blah. And then where it gets,
but when did she make fun of his mental illness?
It didn't. From what I'm reading, it didn't seem that way. However,
right.
Pete Davidson threw everyone in a fucking hissy because he basically wrote a suicide note on Saturday afternoon.
Well, because everybody started coming after him,
right? Well, they have been coming after him for a while since his breakup with Ariana Grande.
It's not necessarily since then. It's specifically since he then went out and made fun of one of the guys that won the primaries in Texas. That he's a former Marine. He has an eye patch, and on SNL he said something to the fact of like he made fun of the eye patch,
and then pissed.
And then he goes, I don't know. He goes, oh, I don't know. He got that in the war or something, which is what he said. And he got that in Afghanistan. He got that fight literally in
a war.
But he said that like, whatever. The very next week, he had him on Weekend Update
to apologize.
The politician, former Marine, well, not former,
the vet,
the Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. So they made fun of it. They made fun of Pete.
I wanted
like
to
Pete
make the sound, but I don't know which one.
Hoo-ah.
That's it.
Is it hoo-ah?
Yeah.
Which one's hoorah?
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Hoo-ha. Yeah.
No, it's not.
There's not two different branches. One branch doesn't have one sound.
Each branch has its own sound.
Yes, but they're not that similar.
Yes, they are.
Now we gotta Google.
So okay, so he has
my
mistake. It's been going on for like 9 months because of that incident or whatever. So he's been bullied.
No, it's not about 9 months. It's been like a month and a half, 2 months.
He said it was okay. Well, a couple of weeks ago he did say something like, "No matter how I've been online bullied for 9 months, I can't take it. No matter how many times you tell me to kill myself, I'm not going to." But Saturday's Instagram message was disturbing enough where he scared the shit out of everybody, and he deleted his account and turned off his phone, and refused to come out of his dressing room at SNL to the point where the NYPD had to showed up and did a welfare check on him, and they decided he didn't have to be Baker acted, I guess, but he was cut from all the skits, and they just to make sure that everybody saw that he was okay, he jumped on to introduce Miley Cyrus when she was performing her second song, and then it's like everybody was like, oh, he looks fine, he's fine.
Wow.
He's not.
He looks like Pete Davidson.
Right.
He doesn't look
And then
fine.
The other thing is that
he looks weird. He always look like on edge. He always looks like
then Ariana Grande she tweeted that she was in the lobby of 30 Rock and wanted to see him, but he told his security not to let her in. Like, he refused to see her. So that's where it ended. But all of that because Kanye got mad at Drake.
God damn it, Kanye.
Do you know what I feel like I just said? You know that part in the video of YouTube of the girl, shit Miami girls say? Yeah. Where it's like, Tati told Karen. And now...
Caro. Wait, which Caro?
No, and now it's like Mean Girls. And now she's on crack. Like that kind of shit. All because Kanye got mad. And I hope that Kim Kardashian's vagina is that majestic that he fucking convinces the guy to stay off Twitter, because for God's sake, like, just take your meds and go to therapy for a little while. Twitter's not going to help you get better, bro.
We keep telling 45 that doesn't happen.
No, 45 needs something else.
Ya tú sabes.
So, anyways, that
a
was my
movie horn.
tirade, and I. The fuck is that?
There's a movie horn.
But why
This
are you
app
doing that?
doesn't just have a. The other one is called the rap.
That's the sound we always make.
Yeah, no, the rap air horn.
I fucking love that sound. You know when I have my Viking funeral? No, I don't want that sound. I don't want that sound. When I have my Viking funeral, I want when the arrow hits my dead body and I'm like I want the air horn to fucking play. What fucking app is this? Did you pay money for this shit?
No, it's free, but it's called air horn.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
And that guy makes more money than I do.
I'm sure. I mean, it's a free app, but
Facebook started out free. What happened?
I have to go potty.
Okay, so I wanted to bring
you have to go
something.
potty.
I heard that in the bathroom and I laughed out loud in the bathroom.
What a stupid fucking sound. Hey guys, since we're having a good time, let me bring up the grilled cheese toaster for a second.
Oh
Yes,
my
please.
god, grilled cheese machine.
Oh my god.
It's a
grilled
fucking
cheese.
toaster.
It's a toaster.
It's a grilled cheese. It says there's a
I'm
label
taking
on
a
the
pic-
outside.
I'm taking a picture of it, and after this episode drops, I'm gonna post a picture of it
Watch the
on
live
Instagram.
unboxing that was posted on WuBro.
or that, but also I'm posting a picture
Sure.
so the audience, so our people can tell us.
Grilled cheese machine.
Who wants to tell the story?
Go ahead.
How did you even find this machine? Let's start there.
The
Instagram
machine
knows.
found me. The machine found me, son.
of Google
It's
ads.
not about that. When love finds you, you don't find love. Love finds you. No, I am.
No, but really, what happened?
I'm a sucker for good advertising,
Yep,
and
that's exactly what happened.
That's why you have the leggings with his face on your ass.
Those leggings are fucking amazing, and she hates the fact that they feel good. Does
They
it?
do. They're really soft.
She hates the fact that they
Have
feel
you
good.
worn them on in public yet?
No, and that
I've
hurts.
worn
that,
them around people.
Legit, that hurts my feelings.
Wear them tomorrow.
That legit
Where?
hurts my feelings.
To the party, to our dinner, to our Hawaiian pizza party.
But they look, because they have a big bald head on each ass cheek, they look like assless leggings.
He failed with the grilled cheese machine. Give him the head on your ass.
I have failed
or
with
just
every
head.
single gift that I've ever gotten my wife.
That's not true.
Anniversary gift, bobblehead of her and me.
That was the Chinese people that made that fault.
The Chinese people. Trust
Mary,
me.
you are not that tan.
Trust me. Listen, if I showed you, I sent screenshots to Dave and Jeff on how many times back and
I've
forth.
seen
Every
them.
time they would fucking send me a thing like, "Oh, you have to approve this." I would go back. No, not that color. Please look. I mean, there's a fucking color for Hispanic people. Like there's a thread of so many times I had to go back to get it to where I go. Fuck it. That's it. Just do that. just send me that.
Okay.
For months. Just
Does that
going
look like
back and
me?
forth. No, it doesn't look like me either. But it's the thought that counts. And she was like, "Oh."
That's
Like,
not
look
what I'm
at this.
trying. That's
Every
not the,
gift that I've
that's
gotten.
not the pot I'm trying to stir.
Wait. Every gift the fucking leggings. Every single. The only gift
that was
that I've
my
been.
Valentine's Day present.
The only gift that I've been like received with mild, okay, fine. You're stupid, but you know what? Whatever is the air fresheners. That's the only one that I've received with like, you're stupid, but at least whatever.
Air
It's not
freshener.
the ones with the kids' faces
with
on them.
the kids.
And
That was
his
because that was the kids' faces. That's the only reason I got to kind of semi pass on that one.
So what this story is telling me is that you don't ever have to buy me a present ever, and we'll still be friends.
First of all, you know what the funny thing is? You want to fuck up? I have friends who are women who have texted me and told me, I wish I had somebody who would buy me that. I wish I had somebody in my life that would actually buy me that.
Nobody
because that
in
would
this
mean
room?
that. No, nobody in this room. No, absolutely not. But I've had, and not just one woman. I've had women. I go, oh look, this is what I got my wife, and they were like, bro, I would. Oh my god, that's amazing. I would love if my wife got me that. I would love if my husband got me that. They literally have told me that. Multiple women. But my wife would not wear that in public.
Okay, but I'm not trying to stir either of those pots.
I know.
I want to know how this toaster
So
that
this
claims
grilled
to be
cheese
better,
machine, this
is
grilled
a
cheese
fucking
machine.
toaster. It looks
This-
exact. You literally
It's a
have
fucking toaster that has a cage for your bread.
you have
And it has the grill marks. Isn't that cool that it has?
You
the
have it
grill
in
marks?
front of a regular
Of an actual toaster.
and it looks the same, guy.
But
You know
it's not the same, guy.
You know what, Steph?
We should do. Why don't we put the little things, the handles, in a regular toaster and see if that works?
I'm not breaking my toaster. That's an expensive toaster.
First of all, what are you paying for the fucking new toaster? What are you worried about?
Sir,
Second of all, it's the handle. It's not gonna break anything. That's not breaking anything.
Yeah, but what
You
happens?
go ahead and get electrocuted.
What
then.
happens? Yeah, what happens if you die? Then you get no more opportunities to gift her the gifts that you want to gift her.
That she won't appreciate or like. So
She does like them.
she doesn't like anyone. I bought her multiple purses. She doesn't wear them. She doesn't use them. She
You
doesn't
bought me
give a
one
fuck.
purse.
You're never
Two.
home. How do you know
I
she's
bought
not
you
wearing
two.
them?
I used the Mickey one.
You used.
I've used it. I just used it recently. I switched them out.
I bought her a Dooney and Burke purse. Never used it. Not once.
Again, I'm not
You
trying
probably
to
saw
open
that.
this
Offer
can
it
of
up.
worms.
Seriously, go and offer up. I'm sure you can
I'm
get
not
something.
trying to open that can of
So
worms. How did this machine?
I forget whether it was Instagram, maybe Instagram. I think it was Instagram, or maybe I was on Amazon, but I think it was Instagram where they were like, "This is a grilled cheese machine," and I was like, "Whoa, excuse me." Scroll back up. What was that? What was that? Sorry, what was that? You said Instagram? Excuse me. What the fuck is this? Click on that. Sends me to Amazon. And then it's like, this is a grilled cheese machine. It makes a perfect grilled cheese. And it fucking shows you how to do it. And it shows you a video of people fucking ripping these amazing grilled cheese sandwiches. And I'm like, bro, if you know anything about me, is that I'm grilled cheese for life, son. Like, that's what I'm about. So I was like, I'm going to fucking buy this. And plus, it was like literally like $18. It was like $15 plus. Like, it was like super fucking cheap. So I was like, yeah, like if it would have been $30, I would have been like, no, I'm not buying that. That's crazy. Not crazy, but not much. And so I bought it.
Too much.
Yeah, but too much, right? Like 20, I think would have been my final thing. Like if it 20 plus shipping, $24, whatever. It would have been a $30 machine plus
I
shipping.
love how the longer he talks, the higher the number goes.
Right. No, I'm saying if it would have been that, I wouldn't have done it. So I buy it. It gets here, but I'm in the road. So when we do the unboxing that you can see on Facebook from any of our podcasts, because I shared it on all 4 pages. I thought she was gonna be like, oh, that's funny, or like that's cute, and she was like, that's immediately, as you can see in the video, that's stupid.
Some of us commented,
you're an idiot.
accused you of being bougie.
Yeah, you're an idiot. There was a hot dog machine that I almost bought too. almost.
Are you trying to help yourself or make it
If
worse?
it wasn't for the fact that she doesn't really eat hot dogs, there was literally, it's a hot dog toaster where it toasts the hot dog buns and the hot dogs themselves at the same time,
You know,
son.
these old ladies in Hialeah who brag about those kinds of machines.
Fuck it. And as they should brag about those machines. Those machines are amazing. So
Not even carnivals have them.
what do you mean?
Like carnivals, like the youth fair, Santas.
He just pulled the drawstring out of
They don't have those things. But you wanted one.
Yeah.
Damn it, I missed my
Sorry,
jacket.
he messed up his jacket, so he's gonna fix it now. Anyways, Vanessa, why don't you start telling us a story from your perspective? What happened after the video? Because you told us in the chat.
We tried to make sandwiches.
So a couple hours later,
Wait, I'll
the
hold
kid-
it.
Oh my
a
God,
couple
yes,
hours
no. A couple hours later, he's like, babe, I can't. I'm so tired. I need to take a nap. Just like 45 minutes. I gotta take a nap. And I'm like, okay, go take a fucking nap. Just go. So I'm talking to the kids are awake and I have to feed them lunch. So I tell them, I'm like, do you guys want a cheese sandwich? He came running out of our bedroom. I'll do it. Like a fucking kid on Christmas.
because if I hadn't, she would have never
I
fucking
wouldn't have used it. Because let me tell you about all the grilled cheese machines we have in this house.
That's the first one?
No, we have. Okay,
Wow, that is the first
this
and
is the
only
first
grilled cheese
official
machine.
grilled cheese
There is
machine.
no other grilled cheese machine.
We have a George Foreman grill.
That is not a
makes
grilled cheese
fantastic-
machine.
It can make
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying that
It
that
makes
is
fantastic grilled
Oh,
cheese
it's not
sandwiches.
officially right.
Thank
Okay,
you.
It's not officially
I'm
licensed.
not agreeing with you. I'm just confirming your logic.
But you're
Let me
also
talk about the
agreeing with me.
machines.
I'm not.
Let me talk about the machines in my house that can make grilled cheese. Is that better?
Yes, that is better.
Okay,
No,
so-
she called every skillet in the house a fucking
You fucking
grilled cheese.
just stepped on my joke, you fucking asshole. You are such a dick. Get out. Get out. I was getting it.
Oh, Jesus! Oh,
She literally.
I was getting there. I was trying to talk about the machines. I have the George Foreman that makes amazing grilled cheese. Missy gifted us with a Mickey waffle iron that also
A
makes
what iron? A
It's a
grilled
waffle
cheese iron? Is it a grilled cheese iron?
With
It's a
Mickey's
fucking-
face on it. What else
it
do
makes
you
a grilled
want?
cheese sandwich with Mickey's goddamn face on it. And then
That's the one I want. Make me that for dinner tomorrow.
it's funny because the square bread is not
You've
big enough.
shown me, yeah.
It's not big enough for the whole face. So you have to like cut off his smile and you have to cut off half of his ears. But
Amazing. Amazing
It's
grilled
awesome.
cheese
It
machine.
makes a great grilled cheese sandwich.
You don't like your meal to look at you while you're
melts
eating
the
it?
cheese without burning the bread.
I like it to look at me, but not hear me or smile at me at the same time.
I don't want to hear shit.
All right, so the Mickey.
And then the other 5 grilled cheese machines that I have in this house are called skillets and pans.
Yeah, that's how you make them.
Exactly.
She called that a grilled cheese
grilled
machine.
cheese
I go,
machine.
those aren't machines, you asshole. Those are utensils. Those are you can't fucking call a skillet a machine.
Yes, I
Who
can.
the fuck does that?
That's its job.
How old are you that you
are
call a
supposed-
skillet a machine?
You're supposed to grill
talk about
the
old lady-
sandwich on a pan.
You talk about Hialeah old ladies? That's what Hialeah old ladies, we be like, pásame esa máquina, cual máquina, this fucking skillet. Get the fuck out of here.
That meant something.
Oh my god, this is the greatest story of all time.
But that's the OG grilled cheese machine and not a fucking toaster with a cage that you have to trap. You have to trap the wild grilled cheese in the cage and then you put it in the toaster.
the wild cheese is that what you said?
Yes, because it's like a little cage that holds the sandwich together.
Oh my god.
So it doesn't fall apart in the toaster.
Okay, wait. Take me back to the moment. How exactly did Nery come out of the room again? I want you to say that part again.
Bro, it's like a little kid on Christmas. He came out of the. I was like, Oliver, get un sandwich de queso, and I just hear like
The pitter patter of his feet.
I'll do it. I was like, I thought you were gonna fucking nap.
Fuck napping. I'm gonna use my grilled cheese machine. It almost
then I
feels
was
like
like-
it could be the name of a fitness program, like the anti-grilled cheese machine. But go ahead.
You want to. So I start buttering the outside of the bread.
So
right?
you're doing the exact same thing you would do on
So I start. I start buttering the
I don't
bread.
normally put too much. I don't put butter on the kids' sandwiches.
So she goes. So I put the butter and then I close it and then the butter's on the outside, right? And then she goes, "Doesn't the butter go on the inside?" And the fucking side eye that I gave my wife, I was like,
I think we almost got divorced this
I was
weekend.
just like, who the fuck are you? You like, how awful are you at making grilled cheese
I don't
sandwiches?
put butter
and you
on
don't
the
even know
kids'
that butter goes on
sandwiches.
the outside? Come on, that's
Because
what the
I
fuck-
don't put butter on the kids' sandwiches because
Sure.
they eat so many grilled cheese
All
they
right.
don't need that much
Granted,
butter.
but that's fine. But you should know where the butter goes.
Oh
It's
my
just
God.
brought me back to the whole mop thing that she didn't know how to use the fucking mop back in the day, and it really fucking threw me off. Yes, do you know that story?
I'm afraid to answer. I do not know
Okay.
that story.
So
I
the
think
sto-
you remember the story wrong.
No, I don't remember it
Yes,
wrong.
yes, you
Okay.
do.
All right. So we're in our first apartment, right? This is pre-kids, right? I forget whether it was an aunt of mine. I think it was an aunt of mine that gifted us like a broom set, whatever, it's a housewarming thing. It's it's a new. Yeah, you got a new.
That's a shitty housewarming.
no,
gift.
but she got us a mop.
Here's tools to make you a fucking cleaner of your house, a janitor in your house.
Yes, you mean to take care of your property and make it look nice? Yeah. So, we get a mop.
Makes sense since you're on Offset's side, but go ahead.
But we. But we get a mop, and it's a Hispanic mop. You know, the mop with the stick
The
and the T stick, right? So it's a Hispanic mop, and I'm sure I'm gonna start mopping, and then she goes, "No, I'll mop." So she starts mopping, and she puts the towel with the hole in over the stick, right? But she has the T part, the top of the T, on
No.
the floor, on the
No.
tile, and the towel
Nope.
spread over that,
Nope.
and she starts grinding the
No.
wooden T
No.
on the fucking tile.
I've never done that in my life.
Yes, you
No.
did.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Okay, whatever.
You are remembering this wrong.
Sure.
Did I have
We'll
the
call
towel?
that tales that Nery
No.
remembers correctly, but she says it's wrong.
God, shut the fuck up because I didn't do that. I was
Maybe there's a support group.
I was pushing the towel instead of pulling the towel or something like
Nope.
that. Yes. I was just like my form was off. I wasn't grinding a piece of wood against
form was
tile.
off.
Yes.
Hold my hand. I love that.
My-
My form was off.
Put that down for a name. My form was off.
Okay. You're buttering the toast on the outside.
Right.
She asked you if you're going to put butter on the inside, right?
No, she goes, don't you put the butter on the inside?
Right.
And I'm
you
like,
side-eyed her.
and I side-eyed her, and I thought to myself, how much is divorce?
Is it really cheaper to keep her?
Is it worth it to keep somebody who doesn't know how to butter fucking grilled cheese sandwiches?
She has pants with your ass.
That she doesn't wear. I know.
She does wear them.
No.
Just
Missy has seen me in them, so
She has worn them and she wears them are two different things.
What do you mean?
She has. I don't drink. Have I drank alcohol before? Yes. Do I drink that you could consider me a drinker? No. Has she worn these pants twice ever? Yes.
I think
Does she wear them? No.
she did. She brought in the recycling bin once when she was wearing them. I was here for that.
Lies.
So you're fixing the sandwich.
So I'm fixing a sandwich and I put it in the toaster and then we have to preheat it, right?
yeah, you have to preheat the machine, the grilled cheese machine. You have to press the button that says preheat, and then it like pops up again when it's ready to go. So we have like a big block of Velveeta cheese, so I was like, let's use that to make the sandwich because that cheese is better than it tastes better than the singles. So I'm like, I cut the slices, and the slices of cheese that I was cutting was like maybe the thickness of two singles
Kraft
put
singles?
together.
Okay.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think they're a little thicker. I'm not blaming you for the thickness. I'm just saying I don't think that they were.
Since
that
when is
thin.
girth a problem?
That's my whole sales pitch. That's my whole career. That's my whole marriage. It's
Can you
girth.
hear me rolling my eyes?
So then you preheat the machine.
We preheat the machine.
put
But it was really fast. Like we preheated and then it popped up immediately. Like done. We're like,
So then we put
I think that's the mistake.
we put the sandwiches in.
Foreshadowing.
We put the
over my fucking cell phone.
we put the sandwiches in the machine. We lower the toaster, and then we're just like waiting for it to come, like to pop up. So they pop up. I take it out. I'm like, okay, it's lightly toasted because Sophie doesn't like things too toasted. It's lightly toasted. We took it. I take it out, and I'm like, okay, it's really hot. But I open it, and the cheese hadn't melted at all.
It was gooey, but not
No,
gooey.
not gooey. It was gooey is not a
Was
word
it
that.
like grilled cheese?
No, it wasn't grilled cheese. It wasn't grilled cheese ready, but it was. It wasn't like she was eating toasted bread with cold cheese. It wasn't. But it was
inside
not.
wasn't cold, but it was not.
It was
melted
not
by any stretch of the
but it wasn't
imagination.
melted. I agree.
So then we tried to put it back in, and then it really toasted the
First,
bread.
you sent that amazing gif of like basically "I told you so," and then you tried
So
again.
we tried again. We retoasted the same sandwiches. They came out even more toasted. The cheese still not melted.
Yeah, I agree. But the kids
And
complimented. I
then,
said how
because they liked
the butter.
that. They liked that cheese.
I'm sure they like the butter.
But they like that cheese. They don't. know.
And the fact that the sandwich is buttered. I'm serious. I'm giving you credit. I'm saying it's not because of the machine. It was most likely because of the butter.
And the cheese, because that cheese tastes better than the singles. That cheese, the box says cheese melt. Like it's literally made to melt.
But-
and the
Our
fucking
cheese is
toaster
made to melt.
No,
What cheese is not made to melt? This cheese has been modified by the Russians
Why
to
are
never
you
melt.
laughing? Why
Like,
aren't
what
you
the
making
fuck?
noises?
I don't want to pick a side. I don't
What
want to
cheese
pick
is
a
not
side.
made to melt? Like I don't understand
Goat cheese.
your logic.
You're not supposed to melt.
It's not supposed to, but it's made like it's still
It's
made-
meltable.
It's meltable. Make it seem like
Right.
this.
We should go to the melting pot and ask
Yeah.
the waiter, excuse me, sir, is there cheese on your menu that is not meant to be melted? We're at the melting pot. This is a place we would ask.
Oh my god! I went to the so off topic. I went to this framing store to get something framed a while back, and as I'm standing there talking to the lady, the store is called Art Express. So I'm there, like
Not official sponsors, but we would.
but
gladly take
it's
a
like
Send
sponsor.
money.
it pertains to the story. So I'm like talking to the lady, like we're figuring out what we're doing, and this dad walks in with his like 6-year-old son, and he starts talking to the lady, and he's like, oh, because he's an artist, and then so she's like, oh, she's here thinking that he brought in his artwork to frame it. So she's like, oh, did you bring anything? Let me see. He goes, no, he didn't bring it. I was wondering if you guys offered art classes, and I'm like. This is a framing store. Like,
But it says Art Express.
It says after the fact, I was like, it says Art Express, but like, this is a store that sells frames. Like, they don't have art classes here.
This
He's
is
like,
why they make fun of Florida all the time
Yeah.
on TV.
But art, that actually is not that crazy. Like the
It's
fact that he
not-
walked into a
it's
frame
not
store,
the
he
big
walked into a
stretch.
store called Art Express.
right. It's not a big
But
stretch.
if all you see is frames,
Right. Like, there's no easels.
do you have
There's no
celery juice?
crafts.
Like, no, there's fucking
But there are
frames
paintings everywhere. There are paintings
but they're all framed. And
No,
there's
not all of
empty
them.
frames.
There's like a lot of empty picture, you know.
I think they're all framed.
Okay, wait.
But anyway, that just reminded me because he was like walking into an Art Express asking for art classes, and it's a framing.
So you grilled the sandwich twice, and it still wasn't
didn't
fully
melt the cheese.
It didn't
melted.
melt the
No.
cheese,
So
no.
then I made my sandwich, and I like turned the dial to toast it darker because I like my bread toasted darker, and it still didn't melt the cheese. So
What if somebody were to bring you Velveeta sliced cheese?
We
to
have-
try
Well, we have
this?
Kraft
We have
cheese.
Kraft
That's what I
singles.
said. I said, well, I still think, and I admitted to the fact. I go, no, we could. I always, and I even said this on the video on the unboxing. I said, if we could see if it makes better grilled cheese sandwiches than the other machines that we have. If it doesn't, we could return them. Those are things that I said. Those are words that I
so
said.
far it's 0-3.
Okay, so it's 0-1 because it's
0-3
one time
because we made 3 sandwiches,
But you
and
made the
they
same.
were all
But you
bad.
use the same cheese. If you don't change any variables, how would you
I
expect
did.
different results?
I made it toast the last one darker.
But it doesn't. That's not changing a variable.
So what
it
do you
is.
want?
I toasted it
So
longer.
I
Change.
said
The
to use
cheese.
the cheese, to use a single sliced cheese for sandwiches, to do that. And I think that we should do that. We haven't done that yet. I think we should do that. If we do that and it still doesn't work, we can return it. Like I said, from the beginning, I was never married to this fucking machine. I was,
I just think it's completely unnecessary.
I may have been very hopeful for its,
we
what it
have
can
5
do.
other.
You were
grilled
Pete
cheese
Davidson
machines.
dating Ariana Grande. You thought it was gonna work. Everyone
But
knew that it wasn't. But you're like, come on, guys, this is a
It's a
stupid.
grilled cheese machine. It's so
It's
fucking.
on the box. How could it say? How could it fail us?
Yeah. I agree.
This has been
I can't
entertaining.
even. I can't.
And you guys
I
are
fucking
like,
can't.
you guys are like a functioning, healthy relationship.
Who told you that? I don't understand why you think that.
Maybe my bar is low.
Yeah, your bar is so low.
Maybe she's projecting.
that you can see our relationship and be like, this is fun, this is healthy. No, it's no.
It is.
You don't think we have a healthy relationship?
No, I think we have a functioning relationship.
You turn. No, got too real. Let's talk about porn again. I never said I hated porn.
I agree. That was
That was the joke.
Vanessa
That
named it.
was the joke.
Vanessa named that episode.
Maybe, and you know what? Now that
Maybe I project.
the Gremlins and I talked about it, and
Oh, you thought it was me? You thought it was me giving
No,
it?
I didn't.
Did you, when you saw that name, who did you think came up with that name? Because I did not.
I know that she names the stuff. And
She doesn't name it.
Sometimes
Oh.
I ask him if he has a name, and sometimes I just name it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was 50-50 chance it was one of you.
Well,
I mean, technically, you're right because it's either going to be one of us posted, but that one it was.
I
on
should
her.
go to Vegas
Yeah.
tomorrow.
She's going to go to the roulette table. It's a 50-50 chance that it's going to land on black or red, which is not.
Here's the $100.
It's actually a 49% chance of each one.
Of each?
Yeah.
And then what's the 1%?
because there's a white,
'Cause there's a
there's
green.
a or a green.
What happens if it lands on the green?
Then whoever bets on black, you know what I mean? That's the thing. So that's
If you
there's
bet on- you can
there's
bet on green.
There's a 0-0, and then that's green, and then everything else is black or red. But there's that one specific.
If you-
There's that 1 in 38 chance that it's gonna land on that.
So when I do go to Vegas, it's not going to be to gamble. Because I quit solitaire.
Roulette's kind of fun though. I mean, I don't gamble because I
Roulette
don't
is
have
fun.
money. But when I mean.
Not even the slot machine?
No, God, that's so stupid. It's so you have to be a fucking
But-
detective now to figure out what the fuck is happening.
But Vegas has one with Ellen's face on it.
Okay, whatever. Means nothing. to
I
me.
won $40
Why do
on
you
our
hate
last
Ellen?
cruise.
I love
She's
it. I
great.
wouldn't.
She has a special coming out soon.
Okay.
I bet you're not going to like it. Just because it's been a very disappointing year, and that's just going to be part of it.
Disappointing year of what sense?
Of shit that I've recommended for you to watch and you actually liking.
There's one that I liked, right?
I'm 1 for like 5,000 at this
I think
point.
you're 1 in 2 or 1 in 3.
Well, you're blaming me for Baby Driver, and I don't think you should be
That's a
able to.
fact.
You shouldn't
That's a
roll
fact.
over things that didn't happen to begin with, because I did not recommend that
Yes,
movie to
you
you.
literally did.
I did
You
not.
literally did.
I literally-
I have you on tape saying like, no, not for nothing, but it's actually really, really good. You should check it out.
I don't remember that.
I don't want to agree with David, but he's right. It is
That does
really
sound
good.
like something he would say.
Literally what he said. And that's when I go, you know what? Maybe I'll give it a shot.
I want to be on your side.
You know what? Maybe I will give it a shot, even though I have no interest in this movie. Oh no, I was right. And then
Okay, fine, but
Life of the Party.
I definitely
Life of the Party was awful, god awful, atrocious, awful.
But not worse than A Spy Who Dumped Me, allegedly.
No, Spy Who Dumped Me was wow.
What happened to you?
That movie was wow.
Wow.
I'm one of those.
Wow
weird,
is correct.
I'm one of those weird guys that likes to laugh at my comedies. Weird. I know it's kind of crazy.
It's not weird because how you like the Muppet one that she did this year.
You didn't like it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, then why are we talking about this?
Because you chipped me and you fucking bought it.
You could go to the flea market and buy yourself, man.
I know, because you bought the Home Alone movies and I've owned them for like 3 years.
First of all, I bought a Christmas package on iTunes. It's a 5-movie Christmas deal for $20.
And it let you buy that?
Yeah.
How the fuck? How come every time I try to buy a good movie, it doesn't let me do it?
Because if you buy a bundle and at least one movie isn't already purchased, I'll let you rebuy it. I'll send you a warning. I'll say, hey, some of these movies in this bundle are already owned in the family share. It was five. It was a 5 Christmas movie bundle. It was
Home Alone,
Christmas Carol,
Home Alone 2,
Miracle on 34th Street.
Miracle on 34th Street.
The original or the 94 one?
The 94 one.
Oh.
Which one else? Oh, I have it here. I have my phone. Like I'm acting like if I don't fucking have it.
Well, you're not gonna be able. Well, I mean, maybe you will, but I already pre-ordered A Star Is Born and Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh no!
And I'm not gonna.
Oh no! I can't believe I can't.
I'm not recommending
A Christmas
them
Carol,
to you.
Deck the Halls with Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick.
Oh, Jingle All the Way.
Home Alone, Jingle All the Way, and Miracle on 34th Street.
You didn't get Home Alone 2? That's sad.
It doesn't come in the bundle.
I understand.
I try to buy the Home Alone bundle and it won't let me.
Because I already have
you
them.
ordered all 3 of them, yeah.
I know, I only have the first 2.
Well, that's the only ones I wanted to buy anyway.
Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone?
I haven't seen Home Alone 2 in like 2 years, but I saw Home Alone this year.
Well, tonight when you can't sleep, since you already figured out the first mystery, watch Home Alone 2.
I
don't want to.
I like Home Alone 2 though.
No.
But do you like it more?
I like Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone.
I can see that. I can see Home Alone 1 doesn't really age well. That whole family is really fucked up.
Well, yeah.
Kevin's an asshole.
But an
asshole. And
Kevin is an asshole?
Yes.
Not the adult that left him.
I was gonna get there. I was gonna get there. Kevin's an asshole, and the whole family, the fucking asshole. The whole family's full of assholes. But oh my god, I wish you don't know my mom, but let me talk to my mom as a 37-year-old man the way he fucking talked to his mom as a fucking 10-year-old, bro.
That's white people shit.
Bro,
it is white people
get
shit.
the fuck
White
out
nonsense.
of here. I hate you. I hate all of you. What, bitch? What the fuck did you... I wouldn't be able to get through the second word. I hate you.
And that's when I lost 10 teeth. Yeah.
And that's why I wasn't able to be in any of the pictures that holiday season.
But at least in the second one, they're shitty parents and it's a shitty kid, but he's in New York.
But my thing is he an asshole in part 2? Like, does he deserve to be left alone? Because he deserved to be left alone in part 1. Again, he was an asshole and they were dumb.
But this of course was pre 9/11 years, so this shit could happen. But it was like a dumb fucking mistake. However, like I will say that Home Alone 2 is like 60% of the reason why I do want to go to New York by myself just once, just so I can fucking run around.
It's pretty great. I've done it. It's pretty great.
All right.
If it makes you feel any better, I've never gone to New York with somebody else.
Not because nobody suggested it.
Yeah, it's called money. No, I've actually gone to New York. The last time I went to New York, would you consider that by yourself?
You went to Midtown Comics.
No, that was the first time. But I'm saying the last time was with Aries. I technically didn't go with Aries, but I worked with Aries once I got there, and I stayed with Mike for one night. So, but that's not by myself.
Were you the big spoon or the little spoon?
Always the little spoon. Have you seen him? He's 7 feet tall.
I haven't seen him, but we had this conversation.
They haven't met in person. They've only met over the phone.
Yeah.
And that time we trolled the not the real Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
That was a good day.
That was a good day.
That was a good day. Yeah, no, I think part 2 might be better. I agree. I think part 2. I've seen part 1 recently. I think part 2 might be better.
Well, don't.
You know what I don't think? I used to think, part 2 of the Santa Claus is better than part 1. Nope.
You know a movie?
You know what really sucks? Part 3. Holy shit. I was one of those guys defending Part 3 for a while. I was like, no, Part 3 wasn't that bad. I don't think Part 3 was bad. And then I saw Part 3 last year. I'm like, what the fuck is this hot, this hot garbage? Holy shit, this is hot
You're
garbage.
phoning it in, Tim Allen. You're phoning it in.
Everybody. The whole fucking, the writer. I'm like, is there a writer for this movie? Because holy shit.
It was improv.
Ugh.
Have you seen Jack Frost?
Yes, I like that movie a lot.
I do too.
I was going to buy it the other day. It's on sale.
Yeah, but somebody else already has it.
Somebody else?
Dave has it in his.
Oh, he must have just bought it then.
Yeah.
Oh,
but that movie is amazing, but it's
so sad.
so fucking sad.
Yeah, so sad. Again, Michael Keaton doesn't miss, man.
And
But
he's not even in it physically. And you're like, don't die, Batman.
I think I'm gonna kick him out because I got a couple of movies that I want to buy that were on sale right now, so I might kick him out.
No, you're never gonna. You've never kicked me out. It's so weird.
Oh, because I don't want to.
He doesn't want your girl power movies.
Yeah,
You don't want to buy Sandra Bullock 5-movie pass?
You mean like Miss Congeniality 1 and 2 that I bought and own?
I know. I asked you about that. I'm like, was that on sale or do you really like that movie? He's
Both.
like, no, I really
Both. I really like that movie, and the bundle was on sale.
Well, it's not for lack of trying, because the other day I was here trying to buy movies and I couldn't because the fucking iTunes kept telling me a family member already owns it.
I'm the same way. I try to buy movies all the time, and I'm like,
but that's why I have my niche, because I have no other choice but to buy shitty girl power
you
movies.
can buy new movies all you want.
I am. I already gonna buy 2 new movies.
Mm-hmm.
2.
I'll see Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't really.
You don't want to see A Star Is Born?
I mean, I have a minor inclination. I'm like, I want to see it because I want to see Bradley Cooper's directorial debut. That's really where my want ends and begins with that.
I'm not gonna tell you what I think. So do whatever you want. It's not gonna count against me if you don't like it. But if you do like it, put it on the win side. I need a win.
That's the spy who.
It's really fucking annoying that everything that you've recommended to me, I like. I think that's part of the reason why I don't want to watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, because I'm tired of giving you the satisfaction of being right.
Sorry that I have good taste.
Welcome to my life.
God, no, I will not watch it. I'm gonna watch New Girl again. Only the episodes without Megan Fox.
Okay, if you want to watch episodes, that's fine. That's fine.
We need to finish the seasons that we're doing so we can get into these seasons.
That's so true.
So we can duke it out.
All right. Anyways, thank you for listening. That's our podcast. Thank you for checking out What's Up, Bro. Check out the other podcasts on the network.
Like Mommas and Merlot.
On the Geek Bro Network. That's geekbro.net. You can go check out Zeros on Hero, Mount Geekmore, Mommas and Merlot, What's Good, Shiver, The Talking Geek, Mr. Multiverse, Comedy Fitness, and Pero Let Me Tell You. So if you guys have... what are you guys doing?
It looks like a penis.
Okay, sure. So check them out at
You see?
at geekbro.net. Check out geekbro.net and check out what are we doing? Instagram. Oh, my comedy page at nerysigns.com and or whatwashisname.com. And I'm trying to post out new videos every week, so check that out. And that's how winning is done.
You can do the app sounds. Edit.
I've had that forever and a half.
Edit.
Wah, wah.
Do I have that one? What's this one?
Not what you played last time.
It was like a cat in a pillow.
It's very pedo-ish.